My name is Clay Fees. I'm the State Family Program Director for the Oklahoma National Guard. And what I'd like to do in this little bit of time that I have with you is to introduce you to some of the programs that we have, talk about our mission and what we do and what we can do for you and your family by virtue of your military membership. So the Family Program Office is it's a broad, full-spectrum family and service member support operation that really covers cradle to grave, nearly, programming to support families and service members. We believe at Family Programs that the families have a military career as well, because the Guardsmen, being Guardsmen, they can't do what they do without the support of the family. And so that's our job, is to help to make that military career of not only the person wearing the uniform, but also that support system, the spouses, the children, the extended family that make that military career possible, as fulfilling and as vibrant as it can be. There's a lot of programs that we have and a lot of things that we do that I'd like to introduce you to right now. So the first thing that I'd like to talk about is our Child and Youth program. Child and Youth picks up children from age 6 all the way through 18, and we have robust programming, monthly programming, to help the military child with the challenges of the life of a military child. We have resiliency training, resiliency camps. Our flagship event in the Child and Youth program is Kids Camp. That's every summer at various locations around the state. But it's an opportunity for military children to come together, to mutually rely on each other, to share experiences, and to let them know that they're not the only one that is dealing with the challenges of being a military child. Because it is a challenging way of life for a military child, and frankly one that child hasn't chosen. So we spend a lot of time and a lot of effort building robust programming to help those children get through that life, and to let them know that there are other children out there that are going through the same experiences. So like I said, we start that at age 6 and work through 18. It's vibrant. I'm very proud of our Child and Youth program. I think it's one of the best in the country. And if I tell people all the time that if you are a military member and your child is not involved in Child and Youth, then you're doing your child a disservice, because it's a great program and one that we're very proud of. So the next program I'd like to talk a little bit about is our Military and Family Readiness Support Specialist team. These are a team of people that are scattered across the state who interact with soldiers and community leaders, community organizations, service member support organizations like the VFW and the American Legion, city councils, Rotary clubs, those type of organizations, to build a network of military-friendly community partners, so that when a soldier has a particular issue, like maybe the transmission on a car has quit, they can plug that soldier in to a military-friendly mechanic in that area that will repair that car at a reduced or free, or even for free sometimes. And it's not just that sort of thing. If you're having trouble paying your rent, we can help with that. We manage the emergency relief fund here in the National Guard. So if you're having financial troubles, we can help with that. So it's a lot like social work. If soldiers or their families are having particular issues, family issues, economic issues, legal issues, they can come to the Military and Family Readiness Support Specialists, and they can get plugged into services and resources that can help solve that problem. They also take on the role of family readiness groups and helping stand those up and recruit and train volunteers and military members to build a robust family readiness group system that are particularly important during times of deployment, so that military families, spouses and parents, and those people that the soldiers rely on, they can come together and rely on each other and share experiences and help get through those difficult times that are a part of the military career. They're in every one of our major armories and many of our smaller ones. They're scattered all across the state. So if you're in McAllister, we've got somebody there. If you're in Stillwater, we've got somebody up there. If you have an issue that you don't know how to solve, reach out to one of them and to contact your readiness NCO and get that information. Reach out to them, and chances are we'll be able to help solve that. The next program I'd like to talk a little bit about is building healthy military communities. That we have a person who is dedicated to going out into the hinterlands of Oklahoma and developing a network of health providers, particularly mental health providers, in places that are remote from the I-44 corridor of Tulsa, Oklahoma City, and Lawton. So places like Woodward, or even places like Guardsmen, Idabel, places that are out away from the major population areas of Oklahoma, building relationships with healthcare providers so that we can plug soldiers who might be having particular health issues, again, particularly mental health issues, into those providers in places where we historically have not had a lot of coverage. I have a retired Air Force Chief Master Sergeant who is in charge of that program, and she beats the bushes to uncover those resources and to plug into them, and does a really great job. So that is one that we're only one of 6 states that has that program. We're very lucky to have it, and it really enhances the services that we can provide to you and your families here in Oklahoma. So if that is something that you think you might need, make sure you get in touch with us, and my contact information is right here. Feel free to reach out to me anytime, and I will get, if I'm not the right person probably works in my program, and I will get you to them. So we also have a whole team of people who are we call personal financial counselors. I have 3 people, one in Mustang, one here at JFHQ, and one in Broken Arrow. And they are certified financial consultants. So if soldiers or families are having trouble budgeting or having trouble making ends meet, they will sit down with you and help you to work out a budget, or help you develop a plan to get out of debt, to increase economic stability. Because economic instability can have a lot of effects. Not only does it affect you just in your day-to-day operation because you're worrying about things, but it can also, if it gets bad enough, start to affect security clearances. So that piece is very important, and we have all of this is free. Everything that I'm mentioning in this is absolutely free. All it takes is a phone call, and I will get you plugged into one of our PFCs that will help get you on the right track financially. So, kind of related to that, and this is special to me, my military job is as a judge advocate, and that's sort of Army term for lawyer. I'm a military lawyer. I'm licensed in Oklahoma and can help give advice on legal issues. I can't represent anyone in court, but I've built a network of lawyers across the state that I work with and refer people to, usually at a discounted rate, for legal services. But I'll be happy to sit down with anybody and talk about potential legal issues and kind of map out a game plan how to deal with them. And I'm particularly proud of this because Oklahoma, of all the 54 states and territories in the country, we're the only one that is headed up by a judge advocate, by a lawyer. And so we can offer services to Oklahoma service members that no other state or territory can. So if you have a legal issue or anything that you think might be a legal issue, give me a call. Call me personally. Again, my contact information is right here, and I will help talk you through that. I'll be happy to help you work through those issues. Don't make a decision yourself whether or not you need to talk to a lawyer. If you even remotely think that this might be a legal issue and you need to talk to an attorney, give me a call and I'll be happy to help you with it. So moving on to the next program that we've got, and I've got a lot, I think, as you can probably see right here. We offer a lot of programming to help you with your military career. The next one is employment. I have a team of 2 people that will help under or unemployed service members or family members, including children, to find employment. They will help build resumes. They'll review a resume and help perfect it. They do interview training, mock interviews, and they host job fairs. They build a network with military-friendly employers across the state to help Oklahoma service members, Oklahoma Guardsmen, and their families to get jobs. So if you're in a job that you don't like, you want to do something else, you think you're capable of doing something else, and you want to improve yourself, again, give me a call and we'll get you plugged in with our employment people, and they'll help get you on the right track there. In the same vein as employment, sometimes employers, the National Guard career is hard on families, which is what we're here to help alleviate, but it's also hard on employers. You know, when employees are gone 1 week in a month, or especially 2 weeks during the year, or particularly during a deployment, you know, you're gone. You're not at your regular job, because we live in two different worlds. We have our military career and we have our civilian career. And that civilian career can sometimes impact civilian employers. So we have a section called ESGR, Employer Support of the Guard and Reserve, that reaches out to employers and is a program that shows appreciation on the part of the Guard toward those employers that are Guard friendly, and also helps to alleviate friction between Guardsmen employees and that employer, if that friction does exist. It's a good program. If you're having trouble with an employer, or employer is giving you any kind of issue about your service, you know, about AT, annual training during the summer, or about a deployment, contact us, contact me, and I'll get you plugged in with the ESGR folks to help get that solved, because that's what they do. It's a national program, and it's a good program that does a good job of helping to smooth over those rough spots between Guardsmen and their employers, and to enhance and further a good cooperative relationship between Guardsmen and their employers. So I also have a small section, education. I have two people that fall under my umbrella that will help you in your military career to reclass. If you need to improve your ASVAB scores, or you need to have a higher score to reclass to another MOS, you want to do something different, but you're not quite there, I have people that work for us that do that will help you with that. Again, just give me a call and I'll get you plugged into them. It's a great program. They're dedicated to that, and that's what they do, is help soldiers to improve their scores, their GT scores, so that they can broaden and heighten their military career. So if that's something that you're interested in, or at least want to look into, again, get in touch with me, and we'll get you plugged into the right people. So one of our programs that a lot of soldiers and their families come into contact with, especially when they deploy, is the Yellow Ribbon Program. Yellow Ribbon Program is a national program that helps families and service members prepare for deployment by providing them the resources that they will need to get through that deployment with as little disruption in their life as possible. And then on the backside of a deployment, once they return, to help reintegrate those service members back into the community, back into the family, especially having been gone for a year. Sometimes that reintegration is difficult because the family gets used to doing things without the service member there because they're deployed. And so what the Yellow Ribbon Program does is it helps to build cohesion with the family, both before the deployment, to prepare for that deployment, and then after the deployment to help reintegrate and make that off-ramp from the deployment back into civilian life as easy and seamless as possible. It's a great program. I have a great Yellow Ribbon program coordinator that does a great job with that. And whether you want to or not, if you deploy, you're going to come into contact with the Yellow Ribbon Program. But if you have any questions about that, or you're in need of any resources that you might have seen at a Yellow Ribbon and you've lost the contact information, or want to be refreshed on that, give me a call. We'll be happy to get you plugged in with that as well. So the next couple of programs I'm going to talk about are, toward the end of the military career, and then how we talk about supporting the service member and the family beyond the military career. So the next one is Transition Assistance Advisor. That is a program. I have one person that runs that program that helps to transition out of the military career and into civilian life. So what benefits are you entitled to? How do you access those benefits? What can I do to seamlessly move from a military career into the civilian world? That's what TAA does. That's what Transition Assistance Advisors do. And I've got a retired Air Force Lieutenant Colonel that is dedicated to that job, who is very good at it, and her primary motivation is to make that as smooth and seamless as possible. So if you're approaching the end of your career and you've got some questions, you don't know what to even ask, get in touch with us and we'll get you in contact with our TAA and help get that ball moving, help get that ball rolling so that you can transition easily out of the military and into the civilian world. So one of the last programs I've got is Casualty Assistance. It's not one of the ones we talk about a lot, but casualty assistance, military funeral honors, and survivor outreach services. It's sort of a subgroup within the Family Programs Office. These three make that up. If there is unfortunately a service member death, the casualty operations folks get engaged there and work with the family to ensure that things are taken care of in the immediate aftermath of that service member's passing. Whether it's due to combat, which is a occupational hazard of a military career, or any other cause. They're there to help the family to deal with the loss of that service member and to know their benefits and to know the way forward after that loss. And military funeral honors is just what it says. So if a family requests or would like to have military honors at a funeral, that's us. Give us a holler and we will make that happen. We'll arrange that and get personnel out there to send that service member off in a dignified and honorable way with a military funeral. And then finally, long term is survivor outreach services. So that is a program that picks up after the casualty operations, and then supports the family into infinity once a service member is passed. They reach out to make sure that everything is going okay with that family. You know, hey, how are you doing? Welfare kind of checks. But also to make sure that they're tapped into whatever benefits and whatever programs are available for surviving family members. I've got 3 people across the state that do a great job with that. I'm very proud of that whole casualty operations, military funeral honors, SOS program, and I've got a great coordinator that does a good job with that. So if you fall into those categories at all and you're not accessing those programs, again, give me a call, give us a call, and we'll get you plugged into them. So I know you're probably getting tired of hearing me talk. I hope that this has been a benefit to you. I hope that you come away from this knowing some things that maybe you didn't know before, and thinking of ways to access what we offer to help to enhance your military career. Whether you sitting there are a service member or a family member, like I said, you have a military career. And we believe that, and we're dedicated to helping with that career. And one of the things that we do that other states don't do is what I call value-added programming. So there are events throughout the year, usually half-a-day events on a Saturday. They're absolutely free, but we do them to add value to the military family and to their military experience. We do things like a free ACT preparation course for young people who are wanting to go back to college, or old people who are wanting to go back to college and need to take or improve their ACT scores. That's in conjunction with Oklahoma State Institute of Technology out of Okmulgee. It's absolutely free. It's a fantastic course. Saves you on average about $1,000. So it's something that really needs to be taken advantage of. We do courses on how to buy a home. What is the process to buy a home? On the theory that buying a home is the single greatest factor in building wealth over the course of a lifetime. So we put on a program to help you navigate that, because it can be scary at times to buy a house. And we have professionals and experts that come in and help with that. We do a program where we teach you about other benefits that you're entitled to by virtue of your military career. Things like the PX and the commissary and space aid travel and the military travel club, and all of these benefits that are out there that are not very well taken advantage of by the National Guard community. The active component folks know about them and take advantage of them, but I don't think the National Guard community knows about them, and so we try to rectify that by having these programs once a year to improve that. We're going to fire up another program that we're calling Education 101, where we're going to bring in professional educators and school administrators to help teach parents how to help their kids at home to succeed in school. So if your child is having trouble reading or having trouble with math or is acting out, we'll have experts there that will help give you some tools to help them at home to succeed at school. So there are programs like this, and there are more. And we're always thinking. I never turn anybody away that has a good idea for suggestions for value-added programming. So again, like I said, I hope that you've learned something. I hope that I've been of help, because there's a lot out there. There is a lot of things that we can do to help you, whether you're a service member, a spouse, a child, whatever your relationship to the National Guard. We're a family, And we are here to support your family and to make this military experience as enjoyable as possible and to support you. We're here for you. So tap into us and tell us how we can help you. One more time, here's my contact information. Please utilize this. I appreciate your perseverance in listening to me today, and I appreciate your time. And again, I hope that we can help you. And if we can, don't hesitate to reach out to us. We're here to support you. Thank you.